okay girls, I'm ready to do my bread. So I've sprinkled flour on the clean part of my countertop. And here's the dough, it's nice and smooth. So I'm gonna scrape it out with my fingernails. That sounds kind of gross, but with my fingers. And plop it on my counter. Like this. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, there it is. It's nice and big. Then I have this thing called a bench scraper, which you could use a really anything. And I'm gonna cut it down the middle because this recipe makes 2 loaves. I'm gonna set one aside. Because bread has gluten in it to make it stretchy, the gluten has memory. And so you have to let it sit for a little while to make it do what you want it to do. So I just kind of start off by stretching it a little bit. It doesn't want to really cooperate, but I just kind of I just work it out and stretch it till it makes kind of a rectangle shape. And then I let it rest in that rectangle shape for just a little bit. The reason we do this is it strengthens the dough. So I'll just do that. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be done. You'll start to see the bubbles form that it made overnight. Yum, yum. And then I'll do this side too. Sometimes I give it a little flip. And then I'll let it rest for just a second so that I can work it a little bit better. Okay, I'll pause it a second and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've let it rest for a few minutes, and then what you do, oh mess, you fold it into thirds, kind of give it another little stretch just to, a good sourdough has a good crust on it, and that side's gonna be the crust. So you fold it into thirds, like this. Then you roll it up, like that. Then there's a certain little technique that you can use to make it round, is you use the bottom side of your palm. So you're gonna push with the bottom side of your palm and then pull it. And what will end up happening is the dough will get kind of hung up on the counter and will make a bread ball. So you push, pull. I hope you can see this. Can you see this? Yes, okay. Push, pull, and you keep working it just like that. Push, pull. Hi, son. Don't.
What are you doing?
I'm showing the Earnhardt girls how to make bread. And so you keep pushing and pulling until it makes a little round ball. Isn't that cute? And then you just let it sit on the counter for a few minutes. Let it keep rising. Here's another one. I'll show you again. Push and pull. Makes a nice crust on the top. And you'll see some bubbles, but that's good because you want bubbles because it's makes that nice crispy crust. You just push and pull until you get a nice round bule. Like this one has a huge hole, so I'm gonna pop that just because it'll just make a huge hole in the dough when I bake it. And then I just stop right there. I'm gonna let it sit for just a few minutes, kind of get used to that shape, let that gluten reform, and then I'll come back.